Hello, 7-star citizens. X-Wings X speaking with the midst of April update on roadmap, patches, Wave 1 testing, Overdrive Initiative, Vulkan, and other things that we wanna speak to in this video. We are having, since the 10th of April, Wave 1 testing out. Since last Friday, there is Overdrive Initiative Part 5 going, where you're supposed to pick up 3 boxes and deliver them. There are a couple of issues running with the Overdrive Initiative Part 5. As the boxes can bug out, there is a lot of things are going on. There are quite some fun screenshots being placed already where all the boxes have been placed and stacked into a hangar, and the title of the picture was CIG brought in base building. It really looks like a block builder, looks like Minecraft that has been placed there with food, medical, and weapon crates. But there is a task force in place that is helping the people and surveils the whole process and makes sure that all these bugs get flawed out and the whole mission will move flawless forward. I have a little short description in a shorty made on what you need to do right now to use all the workarounds. You can click that right above here. For sure it is another very amazing and a good community mission where your friends need to be involved, and as it is an MMO and it will grow even more and stronger into the shoes of one of the most amazing space MMOs simulations that have been made and most likely will be made for a couple of years. We enjoyed and really appreciated as an org doing this, and if you're out there and still want to do parts of the Overdrive Initiative, hit us up. We are always happy and glad to help. For some things you really need a whole crew to do it. This is the crew you see that's made the Overdrive Initiative Part 5. We tried to do a selfie here. I think we were successful, wasn't we? So let us know if you need some help. We are always, well, if you're around, we're glad you're there. Then, next thing what I want to speak to is the whole Wave 1 testing that's here since the 10th of April, with the testing focus on, well, it continues where us avocatis so bigger audience came in here. Of course, it's no longer under NDA, and I could put in some videos already on how the stuff looks like. For this one, I'm not gonna do that because I simply haven't done any videos while I was doing it, and sometimes I think, yeah, let's hold on to the surprise just for a little bit. I know there are other videos you'll find it, but hey, that's okay for me. One of the main new testing features is the engineering game mode that is in Arena Commander, Graph Royale, new racetracks, new pirate swarm final waves, custom lobbies, and more. A couple of things have been removed by, for example, the infinite ammo and capacitors that AO piloted ships have. Some gameplay, map UI polish, water interaction, visual polish, and some shader cache performance customization have been made. And the next patch, it just goes on. More stuff has been features have been changed. Animators on the character customizations. The AI flight will now use an effective weapon range ratio to determine when to fire. More polishes. Is it water? Is it thruster? Is it vehicle updates? And additional buttons to trim the throttle and vehicle and FPS price balance pass. Means bigger size A ships require greater volume of materials, therefore more expensive. Some manufacturers use better quality, Origin, other better performing, Mirai, other even alien technology, Asperia, which all are premium. Therefore, as a tank is more expensive than a tractor, military vehicles are more expensive than civilian vehicles or industrial vehicles, as much as competitive vehicles are more expensive. Similarly, it goes with the weapons, FPS weapons balance pass. More effective weapons are more expensive, and rarity special weapons like the rain gun, which only can be looted, have a higher value, and similar as players' expectations. So a grenade launcher is more dangerous than an automatic rifle, so prices need to be adjusted to those expectations. And here comes an other aspect, the reward balancing. An algorithm has been reworked and worked to put in the activity's difficulty, duration, risks, the player's current stage of profession progress, as collectively termed effort. So, depending on the effort, the reward value will be different. To make sure the whole progress, the in-game currency, the items, and all this comes together and keeps a balanced economy. CIG speaks to here that that understands that changes can sometimes be met with apprehension or uncertainty, but they want to assure us that these adjustments are being made with careful considerations, based on algorithms and with the community's feedback in mind. The goal is not only to enhance the cohesiveness and the in-game economy, but also to foster a more immersive and satisfying gameplay experience. And as we're speaking of satisfying gameplay experience, core tech changes. The Vulkan renderer is in beta and is now tested by Wave 1. The Vulkan renderer is enabled in StarCitizen, but it's not by default on, so you have to add it in the graphic settings. Here it's an important disclaimer around this. This is first release, and the focus is hardware and driver issues, stability, and major performance issues. So at this point, CIG is not expecting Vulkan to outperforming D3, D11 or the CPU usage, due to the fact that CIG hasn't enabled the multi-threading and of the rendering submission yet. So do expect performance to be within a 30% margin. So this is already a big change. And soon the multi-threading will be enabled, and then we expect a significant net gain. On the GPU side, we should be closer to parity. Performance improvements and stability improvements will be going on throughout 3.23. So remember, even 3.23 is fucking awesome. We're still in alpha state, okay? StarCitizen 1.0 is at the horizon, it's not there yet. So keep on testing, keep your patience. We are not done yet, but it shines on the horizon. Two more things I want to mention around the whole new Vulkan implementation. The beta HDR is not yet enabled with this build, with the next patch that might come. So there is only SDR option right now. And very, very important, keep your graphic drivers updated to their latest versions, as if you don't do this can enable certain missing functionalities which are required for our Vulkan implementation to function correctly. And with all those new functions, more keybinds needed to be determined. So we have a lot more alts and right alts and left control and right control combinations when we use the keyboard. Well, you might like it, you might not like it. What I can tell you for sure, you can always adjust your keybinds in the way you want. You can always export and save your current mappings and load them right over everything that is there by default. So no harm done. Only those keys that are newly assigned, that haven't been signed before, you will find new keybinds for it. And you might want to look why CIG decided to put the stuff on there, because those folk play the game as well, so they might have an idea why they do what they are actually doing. A longer issue and more of a challenge I had actually to set up my hoses, especially my throttle, because there was a whole new line of setups on the strafing that we're having. Remember, similar as the absolute and relative was implemented in 3, 20, which added a lot of issues for quite some people. I made a nice video about it to explain you all this, how this works. And here you want to use strafe longitudinal onto your throttle. And then you will fly forward, fully push forward, you pull it back, it goes to 0, and then it starts to reverse. That's my favorite way of having the throttle, at least for me. You might be different, but that's what I am using. So if this video was helpful, interesting, and informative, please like, subscribe, and share. 07.